I got an issue with people pretending they like what they don't. Please don't bring up my issues unless you gon' deal with your own. Please don't try to pretend like you keep it real though. Yeah, it's funny that you got a lot of money, but that money doesn't buy you skills though. I don't care if I am on the billboards, on the killing spree, I'm about to kill more. Got a chain on you pay the mill for. I mean, what?
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL back with another Mobile Legends video, and today we're going to be going over a Clint build. Now, I was just using this guy, and he's really good. He's a really good character too. He's not my favorite character, I'll say that now. He's not my favorite marksman, but he does a lot of damage if you use him. And his kit was kind of weird for me to get used to because like he throws the smoke. I didn't find that very effective at all, honestly. He throws the smoke, then he does this thing where he like dashes away and shoots. And it just really wasn't effective for me, honestly. I didn't like it, but as he gets stronger, he's just as effective as any other tank, especially with this build. Honestly, it's hard to have a did I say tank? I didn't mean to say tank. He's just as effective as any other marksman. But like with this build, it's hard to actually be a bad marksman. It really is, because towards the end, like at the beginning of the games, it's always going to be slow for these long range type of characters. But towards the end of games, like once you get all this attack speed and damage that we go for, like it's not much anybody can do. Like they would literally have to dive you and kill you quickly, because it gets to a point where even if they dive you, you have super low health, so you'll die quickly, well, fairly quickly compared to all the other characters. But you have the life steal, like you get that life steal, so you get life back when they dive you. Like you're more than likely not going to die towards the end of games unless you get dove by a tank. Or someone who has like one of my builds. Not to be cocky or anything, but if you have one of my builds, you can survive diving Layla or something like that. But if you don't have one of my builds, it's probably not likely, because most people, they try to get a bunch of health and stuff like that's going to work. Well, no, like with the type of damage that I deal, it does not matter how much health you have. It does not matter how many of you there are. And that's why I build my classes the way that I do. So there's no, I try to counter everything. I try to counter as many things as possible. But yeah, let's get into the build, man. So with a character, like with any marksman, like I always say this. I always say this in the marksman videos. This is actually the last marksman that I'm doing too. So I've pretty much done all the marksmen. I don't know if they're gonna add any more into the game, which I hope they do, because I love when they add new characters, man. Alpha is my newest character that I've done a build on, so make sure you check out that video. I'm gonna link that in the description. I'm gonna put an annotation at the end of the video as well. Make sure you check out Alpha, because he's a great character, man. Definitely try him out. But yeah, anyway, I want to see some more marksmen in the game. But anyway, back to Clint, back to the best build and setup for Clint. So getting right into it, man, we have the Fallen Sword. That gives you 45 physical attack, 30% attack speed, and 10% lifesteal. As always, lifesteal is just something that's really great to have when you're anybody, honestly, because it recovers your health while allowing you to deal damage and attack faster. So it basically, like, especially with a marksman type of character, it allows you to do your job. It really allows you to just be most efficient when you're attacking, because you're attacking, you're regaining your health. You're basically just doing your job, and you're gaining health for it, as opposed to trying to get a bunch of health and play a role that you're not. You're not a tank. You're not meant to take damage. So don't try to be a tank. Don't try to take damage. Like, avoid damage. Stay close to towers. Stay near teammates. Like, watch your health as well, because I see some people try to dive me on towers, and sometimes it's smart. It could be smart to dive me in certain situations, but like you have to really watch the characters, which characters are diving you, because when it's Yun Zhao, what I do is when he tries to dive me on a tower, when he tries to dive me, basically I step back. I go behind the tower, but I step back just enough so when he pulls me, he'll still be in range of the tower. So you have to do these little tactical things. You have to notice these things, because they're going to be game changers. They're really going to be game changers, man. And yeah, that's a huge deal. Being able to notice when you're in range of actually taking someone out. And actually, my bad. I want to say, let me see, Linkster, homie. I know you're inviting me to a game right now, but I'm making this video, so yeah, you got a quick shout out of it, but. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it. Moving on to the next one here, we have Blade of Despair. 130 physical attack, 25% attack speed, and 10% critical strike chance. So this is one of my go-to perks. This is one of my go-to abilities. I actually love this a lot, because it really just puts the nail in that coffin. I say it every time. It puts the nails in their coffin and it solidifies the win. You're definitely going to win. I'm not going to say that because if your team is just really bad, yeah, it might be a bit difficult to win even if you're just super fed and super strong. But once you get this, you're going to deal a lot of damage to a lot of people, so they're not going to be able to do much with you. But let's move on to Thoris Sting. Thoris Sting, it gives you 30% attack speed, 8% movement speed, and 20% critical strike chance. Now, the critical strikes, they add up. They definitely add up. And this actually shoots electricity and does a little bit more damage, I believe. And the attack speed, it allows you to attack way faster. Like, all of this together, the attack speed and the movement speed, and this is actually a good one because it does give you a little bit more movement speed. For those of you who aren't able to keep yourselves out of damage like that, it does give you the ability to be a bit more mobile, but you're still not going to be sprinting like a bunch of the people that's going to be attacking you. So you have to be able to avoid damage to be a marksman, honestly, because these assassins and stuff, man, they're just that you stand no chance if you can't avoid getting in their line of sight, because they just move so fast. You got people that just vanish. You got fighters who can just pull you to them. Yeah, you have to be able to avoid all of that, and that's why you have to know the characters you're going against. You have to know their kit. You have to make sure you educate yourself on all the other characters so they can't do something that you won't expect, because when you don't expect something, yeah, you're probably going to get fucked up by something. So yeah, just saying. Moving on to the next one here, Scarlet Phantom. 30 physical attack, 40% attack speed, and a 10% critical strike chance. Now, this gives you a lot of attack speed. I love the attack speed because it allows you to recover your health faster, because we have this health-based, well, not really health-based, but because we have this build where we're not focusing on health, we like things that allow us to get health faster. So when you see this attack speed, it's not just beneficial because you can do a lot of damage quick. It's beneficial because you can recover health quick. The quicker you attack, the quicker you recover your health. So that's also, it's good for two reasons. That attack speed goes towards your damage and goes towards your health. So attack speed is great on these type of builds that I create for my characters. But yeah, make sure you throw the Scarlet Phantom on. It's definitely a great perk to go to. Moving on to the next one here, my favorite. This is my baby. I always say this is my baby. I love this one. This is everything to me. This means the world to me. Tooth of Greed. 75 physical attack and 25% lifesteal. This is the best lifesteal perk I think is there. This is the best lifesteal one, period. It gives you the 25% lifesteal. It allows you to basically recover a large chunk of your health when you're attacking. Now the other one was like 8% or something. 25% plus with that 8%, like it does a decent amount of lifesteal, and then you're going to be able to attack faster. It does 25% lifesteal normally, but like when you can attack super fast, that's 25% attack speed, like every second, every like millisecond type of thing. Like you get to attacking so fast, like your health, I've been like one shot so many times, and I'll just come across a group of minions, slay them all out, and I'll have full health just that quick, because you get to the point where you attack so fast. So Tooth of Greed, this is definitely my go-to for recovering health, because you don't focus on health. It's definitely a great one. Moving on to the last one here, man. Last but not least, we have Wind Chaser. Wind Chaser gives you 60 physical attack and 45% physical penetration. Now, the physical penetration I don't really focus on. This is really, I put this on for the extra physical attack, honestly. I just want to be able to deal a little bit more damage to anybody who comes across me, because like I said, with these builds, I like to focus on dealing damage. I like to focus on recovering health quickly when I'm attacking. Like, I'm not trying to be a tank. I'm just trying to survive long enough to be able to take out any enemy that I encounter. So honestly, even though you're very squishy, you're probably the easiest characters to take out if you're a marksman. You shouldn't go down that often. Like I rarely die. It's not a common thing for me to get taken down. Like if I get taken down, I'm usually being greedy, trying to go for some kills that I shouldn't be going for. But I mean, once you get to a point where you're just fucking people up like crazy, it's okay to have some fun, as long as you're not trying to jeopardize the game or nothing, because the people are trying to win over there. But yeah, I mean, it's just all about having a good time anyway, man. So yeah, at the point where you're just super fed, you should take some crazy chances and stuff like that. But if you are super serious trying to rank up, definitely try out some of these builds, man. Definitely watch my other build videos. because a lot of these characters, they become really powerful once you use this build. Like, and I'm definitely confident in these builds. That's why I do these videos, because I want you all to see for yourselves how powerful you become. A lot of you, if you, some people probably don't like the build if you take a lot of damage and you get dove early on, because you really do have to avoid confrontation for a decent amount of time. Like, half the game you won't be able to attack characters, you won't be able to join into team fights, you won't be able to do a lot of things for like half the game. But that last half of the game is going to be the best time you have playing the game if you play right. So focus on minions and stuff at the beginning. I'm going to actually make a video talking strategy and helping you all actually figure out how to properly play marksman and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it, man. That's all. That's the build for Clint. I really love using the guy. His build, not the build, but his kit was kind of weird for me, like the smoking stuff. I already said that. It was kind of weird, but I got used to it. Overall, he's a pretty decent marksman. All the marksmen, I don't have anything bad to say about any of them. Some of them I prefer over other ones. Layla's still my favorite, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So I hope you all enjoyed the build. Make sure you check the other videos in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out.